Hi, this is going to be a video series working on this project. This is a wax sculpture. This is a commission piece for a friend of mine. I've been working on it for many years. This is going to be an anime style version of the Wolf Witch character from Forbidden Kingdom. It's a Jackie Chan movie. So here's the original. I I used monster clay for the original, and then I made a mold and casted it with wax. Working with wax, I didn't use a pressure chamber, a pressure pot. It's a long story. I do have one. I just wanted to get started. I don't have that pressure pot right now. So here are the heads, a comparison of the heads. As you can see, the wax one on the left is slightly smaller. The body, the reason it looks a lot smaller than the original is because I've done so much work on it. I've taken a lot off. There's been many mistakes and screw-ups along the way. I took the boobs off because I wanted to be able to get to the torso more easily. I wanted it to be as symmetrical as possible, and the breasts were kind of getting in the way. So I thought I would take them off and then add them on later. So after taking them off, I thought the upper body looked a little too long. So I cut it in half, removed some material, and welded it back together, which is really hard with wax. I made a lot of mistakes on this. I should have, I don't know, from the very beginning, I should have had a better armature for the original sculpture I did with monster clay. I should have finished it up a little bit more. I should have given it a better understructure. I really wanted to get started on this project, so I just sort of went for it, and now I am having to correct a lot of mistakes. I have a book called Pop Sculpture, which I'm going from. That's like the main resource I'm using. Is that it's a really great book, and I really recommend, if you're interested in sculpting with wax, get that book. So anyway, what you're supposed to be doing working with wax, for the most part, is really refining and bringing into focus the sculpture, rough sculpture. You're not really supposed to be doing much like redoing the sculpture, I guess, is what I feel like I'm doing. I mean, I am really changing what the original looked like, which is fine. I'm just starting out. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like I said, I want to start I want to work with wax a lot more. Getting started, I looked up as many videos as I could find and information, but I found one that was really good with the guy who did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All he said was like he shows how he makes the wax and casts it, and then finally starts sculpting with it, and one of the things he said was all you really do is scrape one way and then scrape another way, and that's pretty much it. It's a lot of scraping away, carving, gouging. So that's what I started doing. I was looking for videos like this where it's just somebody doing what I'm doing, but I was hoping that I would be able to find a professional for better reference, but I couldn't really find any. So I thought I'll just do it myself, and hope for the best. I do think it's turning out okay. One of the things you have to do is just do the best you can and try to not get too discouraged. But it is turning out enough for me to stay optimistic. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing much talking through these videos. I think it's just going to be, I originally thought I would just sculpt, scrape away in front of the camera, and that's all these videos are going to be. I'm going to work on this until it's finished, and then these videos will be sort of documentation. Sorry, it's really hard for me to sculpt in front of the camera. Usually I hold the piece, whatever it is I'm sculpting, really close to my body, because that gives the most control, and I'm able to get a close look at it and all that stuff. So this is sort of awkward to do for in front of the camera. There's times where I just am sculpting on my own without filming it, so there's going to be some changes from video to video, but I don't know. I'm also thinking this could be more of like an ASMR sort of thing. You don't even need to listen to me. I just think the visual, and also this sound of the scraping and sanding and all that stuff, it's fun to watch, sort of comforting. So that's why I'm making these videos, is because I wanted to, in these days of AI and 3D printing and all that stuff, where you can almost just say, create for me, blah, 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 whatever it is. The AI will do it, and then it will 3D print it, and there you have your figure, or whatever it is you want. It's unfortunate that probably this kind of sculpting and art making is going to be obsolete within not too long, in a generation maybe, which I think is really sad. So there's a lot of reasons I wanted to make these videos, that being one of them. So I'm going to, I guess, chime in every now and then, but like I said, for the most part, it's just going to be me sculpting. So I hope I can help some people. If you're looking to work with wax in this way, this is how they did it with the Star Wars figures and all those great toys from the 80s and 90s. This is how they did it for the most part. this actually, the wax that I'm using here is called Kenner wax. I got the recipe from a really great website, which is it's a good resource. I think it's called the Wax Lab Guys. I hopefully will remember to put a link to that site in the description. But they have a bunch of wax formulas on there, which is another good thing, is you can make your own wax concoction easily. Can get kind of spendy, but if you have the money and the time and stuff, I think it's a good formula. It's called Kenner wax because I guess this is the formula that they used to make the Star Wars figures. It's really easy to work with. It carves really well. It's easy and fun to work with. Once you get, the basic hang of it. I still don't feel like I really know what I'm doing. I'm struggling with the anatomy, with a couple other things. It's a pretty big learning curve if you're used to only working with soft clay. But it is rewarding if you just stick to it and don't let yourself get too discouraged. Like, just start off with something simple. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Might chime in a little bit here and there maybe, but for right now, I will be quiet. here I am figuring out how I'm going to put the boobs on. I really wish like I said, I wish I had done a better job with the original sculpture, because this whole thing has been a gigantic pain. I recorded this. This is a voiceover I'm doing now. I recorded this, I don't know, a week ago, so some time ago, and in that time I have welded the breasts back on the body, and it just, I don't know, I'm at a point right now that I feel like I screwed up. I shouldn't have done it. I just made a ton of more work for myself. So here you're gonna see me melting wax. I have a little torch here that is, it's a denatured alcohol, and the particular lamp I'm using is one that's sort of more meant for dental stuff. They work with wax when they do the dental teeth, and I mean the prosthetic dentures and stuff like that, the fake teeth. And there's a little metal piece on it where you can blow the flame slightly. By squeezing the bottle, you squeeze it and air comes out of the little metal tube and blows the flame. I've done that a couple times to sort of bring everything together. Everything is kind of hard to see in certain areas when it's all roughed up with sandpaper, and I just want to get a better idea of how it's looking. So the little you have to be so careful, because you can mess things up so quick, so easily. Not only that, but dealing with a flame like this, you have to be really careful. Things can go really wrong really quick, so you have to be extremely careful when you're dealing with flame. And just stupid me, I've had the flame going and reached over to get a tool or whatever, sticking my arm right over it, and didn't burn myself or anything, because luckily it was far enough away from the flame. But just, it's really easy to forget that it's there. If you have it going for a little while and you go start working on other stuff, you definitely don't want to have that flame going. So just always be careful, of course. And
safety first.
The other thing I wanted to mention is being careful with getting the wax on you when you're melting the wax. You have to hold whatever you're working on really carefully so the wax doesn't drip down onto your hand, which is, of course, which has happened to me way too many times. It's you just have to sit there and take it, pretty much. You can't really do anything about it when the wax is dripped and burning your hand. So you have to just be careful and know that it is pretty inevitable that's going to happen. Just prepare yourself. It's no fun to get burned. It's not like you're gonna get some horrible 3rd-degree burn you have to go to the hospital for, hopefully, but you'd have to dump a whole vat of wax on your arm or something like that, which brings me to the making of the wax. You do deal with a big vat of wax at some point when you're wanting to make your own wax. So, just always be careful when you're dealing with stuff like this, chemicals and things that can hurt you. Be really careful.